Hello, everybody, and good morning. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. As you can see, I've kind of lost my voice, but I'm with you this morning. This one is going to be a hot one. Upgrading with return on investment in mind. Why is this so important? Because a lot of times sellers will decide, I'm going to do all of this repairs and they expect to get the same return on investment. For example, they may decide, I'm going to upgrade my whole kitchen. It's going to cost me 30, 40, $50,000 and I'm going to do that upgrade and they expect to get that same return on investment. Well, let me explain to you why I always say to my clients, if you're thinking of selling your home in the next couple of years and you're like, my kitchen is dated, upgrade it now. Upgrade it now so you can enjoy it because the return on investment is not going to be dollar for dollar. So you enjoy it by upgrading early. If not, there are things that you can do in your kitchen that will upgrade it, but not necessarily have to break the bank. You may consider upgrading the countertop and the doorknobs and some of the fixtures and stuff like that. That's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, but it's going to make a difference in the appearance. So you can also maybe consider upgrading the appliances. Those are small things that you can do that's not going to cost you $40,000, $50,000 that will still upgrade your kitchen. The flooring, nowadays, people are doing those laminate floors that are very inexpensive and it adds so much appeal to your kitchen. So something to consider if you're going to do it as is and you don't have the money right now or don't want to do the full $40,000, $50,000 repair. And I don't advise it. Um, so when you're considering repair, I recommend that you call a real estate agent if you're going to be working with a real estate agent for them to give you some tips and pointers. I've had sellers that I've worked with that have gone in because they're very conscientious and they've done really good work updating the place and it looks beautiful. I had the occasion one time to be on both sides. I was on the seller side and on the buy side. Um, and the buyer went in and made so many changes because they wanted to personalize it. They did laminate floor in the bedroom. They took out the rug that was not in bad shape. It just needed maybe to be steam cleaned. They took it out and they put in laminate floors. My buyers did not want laminate floors, so they took that all out and they put in hardwood. So that was money that the seller did not have to spend. The seller also upgraded the bathroom and put in walk-in shower in the master. They were a little bit older, and so they were thinking a walk-in tub would be beneficial. But the buyers wanted a tub. So they redid the whole bathroom. So I always say to people, please call your local realtor or the person you'll be working with and have them review with you items that you can upgrade in your house that is going to have a better return on investment. Whenever I am working with a seller, I always say these are the things that you need to be mindful of. Um, well, one, I would also recommend you do a home inspection. Why would you do a home inspection? A home inspector is going to go through the house and they're going to look at they're going to highlight all the items that they know will be an issue that for you to maybe later having to negotiate with a buyer. So isn't it best that you know upfront what the issues are so you can resolve them so there's no negotiation later? Things to look for. You want to make sure your roof is in good condition. There's no leaky roof. If the roof is old and you're like, I'm not updating the roof, I've never had any leaks or there's no signs of issues, you may not have to do the roof. But if it's leaky and it has moss or any of that stuff on it, you want to look into taking care of that. You want to make sure your electrical systems are good. I've gone into homes where the electrical systems is two-prong. Two-prong means it's not grounded. And so that means the house needs to be upgraded. You can sell the house. So all of these things that I'm mentioning to you, you can sell the house as is. However, be ready and prepare to give concession to the buyers because they're looking at that and they're saying, these are upgrades that I'm going to have to do after I buy the house. So making sure the roof is good, making sure the electrical systems are updated, Making sure your plumbing is not leaky. So, if your plumbing is leaky or if there's issues with the plumbing or water stains or whatever, fix the plumbing issues. You can always paint. I always say if there is stains, water stains, you want to make sure you get rid of them. But I don't want you to get rid of them and leave the water stain, the plumbing issues in the background, because water does not hide. And if there is an issue, you may paint the exterior. It looks great. And then when they come back, maybe a week or so later for the inspection, the water is going to shine through. So fix the issue. What does that do for you? If there's no plumbing or leaky issue, people don't start worrying about mold. So you want to make sure those things are taken care of. You want to make sure your foundation is without cracks. So you walk around the foundation and you look for any cracks. There are companies out there that will seal the cracks for you. So if there is cracks in the foundation and the house is so old that it's still standing, you know that the foundation is not going to fall apart. So there are companies out there that will help fix the crack. Your heating system. If you have an old, about to fall apart, dilapidated heating system, you want to upgrade that. Because when people see that, they automatically think, I don't know if that's going to last. So I might have to invest however much, $15,000, $20,000 in a new heating system. So if you can upgrade that now, please do. That's going to help you down the line. Those are things that help buyers make a firm decision about your house and decide on the price, if they want to go up or they want to go down. You want to, one of the things that I recommend also is that you call your natural gas company, if you have gas, and have them check your lines. If you have oil, have them check your tank. The inspection is going to tell you all of that, but then there is a test that they do to see if the tank is with oil tanks, they rust from the inside out. So there's a test that they do to make sure that the tank is in good condition. And again, you want to start doing these things early if you're considering selling your house. So, it's a year or two out, start taking care of those things. If the appliance is problematic, you want to consider replacing the appliance. If they're old, like if you have a stove, it's working great, but the interior is, looks like you've been using it, and it could be updated. Consider replacing them, and you don't have to replace them with brand new store bought. There are places that sell used appliances that still is in great condition. Um, I know Lowe's, and I'm not promoting Lowe's, but they have a place in Avon that you can buy like slightly dented and I've seen these equipments and they look really good. Some of the dents you can't hardly see, they're on the side and they're going up against the cabinet sides or something like that, so you don't even see them. So these are things that you gotta, when you're thinking about putting your house for sale, that you want to think about upgrading. Any worn fixtures, the doorknobs, they're easy enough to replace, whether it was in the bathroom, the kitchen, or wherever. You want to just look at those things. One year, in one of my rentals, what I did is I took off all the doorknobs and I soaked them in the solution, and it was amazing. Just soaking when the copper was bright and beautiful when it was finished, and they were like dingy, and I didn't even. It was something that was suggested to me, and I didn't even think it was going to work, but it did. It was beautiful. Look at towel bars and all of that stuff, all those kind of hardware that's in your bathroom. Instead of upgrading the bathroom, there is a kit that you can get. If you have one of those outdated big mirror in your bathroom, there's a kit that you can get that makes your mirror look like a picture frame. That's a small upgrade and a small price to you. Um, Put in a new toilet. So those are little things. Making sure the grout is clean and all of that stuff. Those are things that you can do. Your light fixtures, whether it's in your bathroom, whether it's in your kitchen, your hallway, or whatever, you want to make sure that those, some people like that warm yellow kind of light because it gives the house a warm feeling. But when you're selling your house, bright is better. You want to make sure the light is not too harsh, but you want to make sure it's bright enough so that then they walk into the room, it make the room stands out. Bright, natural light is better. So you want to open up curtains. But obviously, if you don't have natural light, you want the lighting that you have to be helpful to you. You don't want it to look dingy. So you want to make sure that those things are definitely taken care of. Your flooring, if your carpet is in good condition, you don't want to get rid of it. You can steam clean it, and put down, like I said, laminate floor is a good investment that's not too costly. The other thing that you have to look at in your home, people love storage. No matter where you go, people love storage. And in some homes, what are you going to do? You can create storage. One of the things that I did in my home is my hallway closet, the one when you come up the stairs. Um, it's supposed to be a coat closet. I, I there are other things that I can do with my guest coats when they come in, and I keep my coats in my closets in my room. So I converted that to a pantry. People love to see that. They're like, "Oh my gosh, that is so great!" So you created storage. Also, making sure your storage is neat and that it doesn't look all cluttered. So if there are things in there that you have, just remove them. If you have all the appliances in the world in your storage and it just looks like there's no space, even though it's good space, they're not going to see that. So I say take out what you're not using and start storing them. So when people open the closets and look, they get that sense. Your closets that you have your clothes in, you want to try to take things out so it feels open as well. You don't want to leave those looking, you want to make sure they're nice and spacey so that people feel like the space is a good space. People like having a laundry room. So if you have a space that you can put up a shelf over your laundry or anything like that, consider that. Clean out your garage, to make sure that people can see that, oh, there's extra space. There's space for my car, but there's also space for me to maybe do some storage in the garage as well. My book has also all these. I'd love for you to request a copy of this book because this chapter has a lot of information. And there's a section in the back on features most home buyers would want and the percentage of home buyers. And this was a study done by the National Association of Realtors. So I'd love for you to consider getting the book. Click the link, get the book. That way you can see some of those. The other thing that I want to point out is I'm telling you these things that you can do. Some of them are big, some of them are small. Um, and you might say, I don't have the money to do those things. I work with a company called, my company that I work with, Cardinal Banker, we have a program called Revitalize, where we will work with you and we will help you to fix a lot of these items. Unless it's foundational, we'll help you to fix a lot of these items. And Cardinal Banker will pay for those up front, and they get the money back at the closing. So you can't beat that. You can't say you don't have the money because we know that homes that has these upgrades will sell better. So we work with our clients to get them those upgrades done, and you'll get more money for your investments as well. So talk to me about that if you're interested in selling. I did forget to add painting. I know we spoke about painting earlier in one of my sessions, but paint is something that does wonders for your home. So don't skimp on trying to do a paint job. Make sure you get that, especially interior. And I talked about the exterior as well. In the back of my book, I have resources that I can point you to painters for interior, painters for exterior, and all of those things that you can follow up with. I know this section is a little bit longer, but I think it's really important that people understand how important it is to not only upgrade, but also upgrading with return on investment in mind. There are things that that you should consider doing, but there are other things that you should not. And if you do want to do a major repair and you're thinking, I'm not selling right now, consider doing it now so that you get to enjoy it. So even if at the end you don't get that return on investment from dollar for dollar from a buyer, you got that a return on investment because you invested in you. I am here as your local realtor. If you have any questions or you're considering selling and you just want to sit down and have a conversation, or you want a comparative market analysis on your home, I'd be glad to help you. Order the book if you're thinking about selling on your own and you feel like you want to just understand the process. I'm okay with that too. But I would look forward to hearing from you. I love your comments. Let me know how I'm doing. And take care and have a wonderful day.